All right, so I genuinely can't believe it, but the Panthers won. Now, I'm happy about the win, don't get me wrong, but there were so many things wrong with this game. It's great that they came back from being down 0-17, but the fact that they were even in that situation in the first place is just ridiculous. They always start these games out so bad, and they got to stop doing that. Now, it didn't matter as much for this game because they ultimately ended up winning, but a few weeks ago against the Cardinals, they also started out really bad, and they would have won that game if they didn't start as poorly as they did. I wanted to point out 3 things that I really liked about today, though. The first thing is Rico Dowdle, and I don't know where that performance came from because I knew he was good, but in the few runs that he had in the last few games, he didn't really do much. I don't think this is crazy to say. He is giving Hubbard a run for his money. I'm curious to see where they go with the snaps from now on. Secondly, the defense did really well. After they went down 17-0, they only gave up 1 more touchdown, and that was it for the second half of the second quarter and the whole rest of the game. Ultimately did a pretty good job today. And I don't even fully blame the first 2 touchdowns on them because they were put in a pretty bad spot from the turnovers, so good for them. And third of all, this rookie class today looked pretty good. McMillan made an impact today. Nick Scordon made an impact today. Jimmy Horn made an impact today on his first game. Mitchell Evans had the game-winning touchdown. Trevor Etienne struggled so far this year, but he had a few good runs at the end of the game while Rico was out for a bit. Overall, that is very encouraging to see considering how bad the 2023 draft was and how kind of whatever the 2024 draft was. But the main thing I wanted to talk about today is the fact that while we did win, they had to climb out of yet another hole. And you can blame Dave Canales all you want for some poor play calls because God knows he had some of those today. But when it comes down to it, some of these turnovers are just unforgivable. The overthrow interception was bad, but the fumble where the defender hadn't even gotten to him yet, that was crazy. And then for the rest of the game, he played okay. He played good enough for the team to overall win, but he didn't do anything groundbreaking. And after they went down 0-17 today before they ended up coming back, I was genuinely wondering if they were going to end up benching Bryce because it was pretty bad. And I get that the team around them a lot of times is not helping, but today there was a lot of plays that were just on him. That sack fumble was ridiculous. The interception way overthrown. They could have gotten a touchdown at the end of the first half. Tommy Tremble was open and he just missed him. There was a lot of plays like that. And it'd be understandable and more forgivable if this was his first year, but this is year 3. His rookie contract is only so long, and I don't feel too comfortable with extending him right now at the current paces he's at. And again, I'm not saying he can't turn it around. By the end of the season, he could 100% change my mind here and be like, yep, this is it. But in the current state of things, even though they won today, I don't feel great about it. It's similar with Canales here. I think that he's had some good moments, but he's also had some bad moments. Like, for example, passing it at the end of the game there where it ended up being defensive pass interference. It worked out, but that could have been bad. So all in all, good game today. I'm glad that they won. I'm glad they came back, but the fact that they had to come back by as much as they did is stupid, and there was still a lot to fix up. This was the Dolphins. They're not very good. I don't think that they would come back today if this was the Cowboys, which they're playing next week, so they can't make as many mistakes that week as they did today. They can only afford to do this so many times, and I'm glad they came back. I'm happy about it, but they got to work on stuff. That's all I got to say. See ya.